Hey guys, welcome back. Got another Medford for you today. This is the Fat Daddy. This is one of, well, this is their biggest folder to date. Everybody thinks everybody's heard of the Praetorian full tie, but we'll do some real comparisons a little bit later. But the Fat Daddy, actually a hair bigger. Noticeably bigger. So let's dive right into the specs. First off, this one is discontinued. They are no longer making the Fat Daddy. They are making the TFFH, and we'll kind of describe that as we go along, what the differences are there. So the close length on this is 5.5 inches. The overall length is 9.5 inches with a blade length of 4 inches and a cutting edge of 3.98 inches. This is their full thickness, type. It is the 0.260, 0.250 blade thickness. My caliper measures it at 0.25. So this particular one comes in an S35 VN steel with a weight of 13.7 ounces. It's on the heavier side, but totally carryable, with an overall thickness of 0.66 minus the clip. As we know, all Medfords run on phosphor bronze washers. This particular one is very smooth. I've had this for over a year, probably a year and a half. Got it brand new from a dealer. I actually saw this one on one of the Medford dealer shipment videos. Contacted the dealer as soon as I saw the video, worked out a deal, with them the next, couple of days. And as soon as they got it, they basically turned it around and sent it to me. I think I bought 2 or 3 knives off of that one video. What's pretty cool about it is this one is, obviously all blacked out hardware, blacked out clip. The Fat Daddies and since I have one here on the table, the full ties come with these custom titanium 3D milled clips that work really well. They are bigger in the pocket. A lot of the clip sticks out. So on this one, about this much sticks out of your pocket, but you have this whole clip that does stick out. I don't have a problem with that. I have heard of some people catching these larger clips on the seat belts, on the door, and bending it. I have not had that issue. They are pretty springy, so they work really well. So another measurement that I did, I don't normally do, but on this one I think it's worthwhile, and we'll see if we can tell if we can see it here. The blade, you can see where the blade is, that's the heel of the blade right in there. And it's pretty close to the edge of the scale. So the depth of this blade is only 0.12 below the edge of the scale. See if I can, so that edge of the blade right there is only 1/10 of an inch below the end of the scale. So you can, by sticking my finger here, I can feel the blade. And I'll be honest, I have cut my finger on that blade before. I had this in my pocket. I reached my hand into, and my pinky rubbed up against it, and I cut my pinky in my pocket. Just to be honest, happens to the best of us. I think we've all been bit by a knife once or twice or 10 times. So, but it is a really big, heavy blade. This knife fits great in your hand, for sure. The clip, a tiny bit of a hot spot, but not really. Where it fits, it just, you can kind of see it made like a little indentation on my hand there, but it doesn't feel bad. You can choke up on it here in this forward choil, if you will, and it it just works. So you can really get in and cut with this thing. It does have a lanyard hole. It is through one side, and one of my other Fat Daddies, I think you may have seen it on Instagram, the Captain America one, does have a lanyard. One of my only, 2 knives that have a lanyard. And the blade is far enough away, don't know if I can see it here, but the blade is far enough away where you're not going to cut it on, cut the lanyard on it or anything. So it's fine. So if you're a lanyard guy, this is a great one for that. Again, I love the Fat Daddy. It's one of my favorite models from them, actually. I do love the Praetorian, but I think I really like the Fat Daddy lineup or the TFF1 better. So they do have, so what they're making today is the TFFH. So it has the thicker scales and the thinner blade. So if you're familiar with Medford Knife and Tool, they make 2 sizes of blades. Generally, there are the Slim Midi and the Dress Marauder are very thin blades, but typically it's either 0.190 blade or this particular one at 0.260. So the TFFH has these thicker scales and the 0.190 blade, and it does have this custom upgraded clip. So it's a pretty cool knife. I do not have a TFFH yet, but it is something I am looking to get. I do have a TFF1, which is the thinner scales, popsicle clip, and the thinner blade. Mine has a thin blue line in support of law enforcement and whatnot. So I think overall this is a great knife. And this blade hitting here, and possibly cutting yourself on this back edge is just a problem of inherent to having the big thick blades. It's just a big gap back here. And I've seen it on my Phil Harveys and my Reese Whelans that are big 3/8 inch blades, but a lot of times they put a big backspacer here rather than just the standoffs to protect your hand. So let's do a couple of size comparisons here. So we've got your Fat Daddy, and I don't normally pull this out for size comparisons, but you have a Praetorian full tie. So if we line them up butt to butt, you can see that the full tie is quite a bit shorter than the Fat Daddy. It is the same thickness overall, same thickness blade, same thickness scale material, and same overall thickness. So let's put it up against the Sharpie, as we often do here on my channel. And your Sharpie is basically the size of the handle. It's got kind of this little kick out at the base of the butt of the handle, but your Sharpie is the same size as your scale. Your Todd Begg Steelcraft Field Marshal, a little bit shorter. This is more in line with the full tie in overall length. And then we have the Chris Reeve Sabenza Large 21, just as a size comparison. So much shorter. The Fat Daddy is definitely carryable, definitely pocketable, but it does take up some room in your pocket. I'm not going to lie. But if you like big overbuilt knives, you like some weight in your pocket, because you will feel this all day, as you will with a full tie, these are great knives if you can find them. So these do come up on the secondary market quite a bit. And, for Medford, reasonably priced, I guess you could say, on the secondary market. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will put a link down in the description to the playlist of all my Marauders that I have reviewed so far on the channel, so that you can check those out as well. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day, and we will see you next time.